Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the yet-to-be-released Jordan CP3 VII. Now, as you guys can see, it comes in your standard black and white Jordan box. Give you a quick look at the label here. Of course, it's listed as the Jordan CP3 VII. The colorway is black, gamma blue, white, and flash lime. The pair I have here is a size 9.5 US. And because this is a Canadian pair, the retail price is not listed. I know a lot of you guys ask sometimes why I don't have the retail price listed on the box. They just don't print them for Canadian pairs, at least Nike or Jordan brand. But I believe this shoe is going to retail at $125 US. And actually today they've just unveiled when it is actually going to be available for sale. And that is going to be on October 5th. So 10 days from when this video goes up. I was lucky enough to be able to get a pair early at retail price. So that's what I did, and I'm pretty happy with them. I really like how they look. I've kind of been waiting for this shoe for the last little while. I've seen lots, they've kind of shown lots of different colorways for those of you guys that follow some of the sneaker websites more closely, but this is one of the ones that I had my eye on from the start. This is one of two Fresh Prince of Bel Air colorways. They're kind of doing an entire Fresh Prince pack across several different models of Jordan brand shoes, the CP3 being one of them. This is the black, white, and purple one, and then there's going to be a mainly purple one as well, which I'm not such a huge fan of. But as far as the Jordan CP3 VII goes, I have to say I think it looks pretty good. It has that somewhat retro vibe about it, just based on its shape and just this kind of wrapped kind of leather toe they got going on here at the front. And I just like the design overall. It's more of a mid-cut sneaker as opposed to the CP3 VI, which was a little bit lower cut. And a shoe that to me probably did perform really, really well. I never owned a pair, never wore them. I'm sure they were very comfortable, but it just didn't aesthetically meet what I was looking for in like a more of a casual wear shoe. And I think that this one definitely looks the part, which is definitely a good thing. As far as the colorway itself goes, just for those of you guys that want a detailed look, you do have predominantly black on the upper, and this material is I'm pretty sure it's a synthetic. I don't think it's a leather. You got these perforations going all the way through here, and it has kind of like this rubberized matte finish about it. Really, really unique in person. On the back here, you do have a suede kind of tab going across here that does feel really, really nice. You got this CP3 tab here in pink on the back. Of course, a Jumpman logo there in gamma blue. On the instep, of course, you have more of that kind of rubberized matte black finish material. And then here at the toe, you have kind of a tumbled leather, or I don't even know if this was what you would classify this as, but it's like a really heavy grain on the leather itself. It's not actually a leather, by the way. It is a synthetic. Just has that look of leather. And then there's that little extra piece of like a really durable, that same material you're going to find on the midfoot right here at the toe. And it's kind of one of those angles of the shoe that they're not really showing all that much in some of the pictures that are being leaked, but pretty much every single CP3 has like a contrasting color right here at the toe, which to me doesn't look the best. I wish it just would have been one solid piece of white all the way through, but it does kind of change up the overall styling of the upper. Kind of have this V shape here at the bottom of the tongue. The tongue itself is made 100% from mesh, as you guys can see, and that's where you see there is a little bit of a splash of color with this kind of purple color going all the way through. You got your CP3 logo right there on the front of the tongue. There's kind of like this little kind of sound wave going on there. I'm not sure what that is supposed to represent, and that's printed on top of, again, that kind of tumbled leather in purple, similar to what the pattern which you're going to find here at the toe. You got your little pull tab right here, the lace tab I should say, and I believe it's just a see-through material, as you guys can see. And then on the inside liner, that's where you have more of a crazy pattern here, kind of suiting that Fresh Prince of Bel Air theme that you're seeing across all the colorways they've kind of showed and unveiled throughout the last couple of weeks. You got some blue, some yellow, some pink, some gamma blue. It's just really unique, and it kind of fills in the entire inside liner. There's also a little pull tab for those of you guys that are wondering right here on the back that kind of goes with this little extra piece of foam that kind of helps to lock your heel inside of the shoe. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. You got your black laces. You have the pink flywire, as you guys can see. And then moving on to the midsole, you have partway black here on the top line of the midsole on the outside. And then pretty much the rest of it is all white, as you guys can see. No speckling or anything like that. This year, the midsole is made from Podulite as opposed to last year's, which I believe was Podulon. And overall, it just feels like a really, really dense foam. It feels like it would be durable, and it's just very responsive. It kind of reminds me of the Energy Boost foam found on some of the new Adidas runners. But to me, I just really like how it feels, and it kind of has that nice, heavy texturing about it, as you guys can see. On the bottom of the sole here, you have a combination of materials. You got a kind of some exposed foam as well. You've got your plastic kind of shank plate here going through the midfoot. And then you have your rubber going all the way through here. Part of it is green and part of it is black. You can see that there's a combination of herringbone as well as these kind of really heavy flex grooves right here. It's a very, very flexible rubber, so if you didn't intend on like using these on outdoor courts, I'm not sure how it would hold up. To me, it seems durable enough, but like I said, the rubber is pretty flexible. I'm not really going to get too much into performance, mainly because it's not really my area of expertise. But for those of you wondering, it is a relatively pliable rubber, and I could see this kind of performing really well in terms of traction. Right here in the forefoot is where you're going to find 5 separate Zoom Air pads. Depending on the outsole, I know that some of the pictures had clear outsoles, and you can actually see all the Zoom Air pods here exposed because it's kind of a clear outsole, but you can see that there is Zoom Air here right at the ball of your foot and then going across pretty much the entire forefoot area. Just provide that more responsive, slightly more cushioned feel. And then on this shank plate here, it is purple. You got your Gamma Blue Jumpman logo right there. And then you can see there's a bit of a barcode right there. I read that it's supposed to represent Chris Paul's children to some extent. I'm not sure how or what this code actually means. If you know what it means, or you can explain it to me, leave a comment down below. It would be greatly appreciated. But other than that, that's pretty much an overview of the shoe itself. I'm not sure I mentioned you got these perforations going all the way through here, so there is going to be some decent breathability to this particular shoe. You got your one little green plastic insert here as the top lace hole on both the outside and inside of the shoe. And other than that, that's pretty much it as far as all the technical specifications and just an overall detailed look. And move on next to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes look. Alright, here's a look at the CP3 7s on feet with a pair of shorts. And overall, I have to say that I really like how this shoe looks. Like I said, it has that retro vibe about it, but at the same time it has all that modern technology and just feels very, very comfortable overall. What does surprise me about this shoe is that it feels a lot bulkier on feet than it looks. And that's just because the sole is a lot thicker. There's tons of cushioning with this particular shoe. And the upper itself isn't made out of super thin materials. It feels like there's a lot of shoe on your feet. Again, playing into that retro vibe. As far as the overall fit and sizing goes, I'm wearing my usual size 9.5 US, and the fit in the length is pretty much perfect. So if you're looking to order a pair, I would definitely recommend going true to size. But the width is what really surprised me here. I have about average width feet, and I'm pretty much at, I don't want to say the max of what this shoe can handle, but it fits me pretty snug. So it's not a particularly wide fitting shoe. So if you do have really, really wide feet, I would personally recommend going a half size up. So that's pretty much it as far as what they look like on feet with a pair of shorts. And move on next to what they look like on feet with a pair of pants. Alright, here's a quick look at the CP3 7s on feet with a pair of pants. And again, I think these things look pretty good. Especially in this particular colorway. It is a pretty straightforward black and white. Of course, you have the purple and pink and bright blue accents throughout. But for the most part, it is a relatively simple colorway that you can wear with pretty much anything. So overall, that's pretty much it as far as what these shoes look like on feet. Move on next to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the Jordan CP3 7s. I have to say that I'm really happy with this shoe. I like all the different materials and textures on the upper. It has all of those performance elements to it as well, if that's what you're looking for. And for the most part, I think it's just a really, really good looking shoe. Again, it's going to retail for $125 and apparently is going to be available on October 5th in 2 colorways. The one you see here as well as the purple Fresh Prince color. As soon as those become available to purchase, I will put buy now links on the review page of my website, linked down below in the description. But in the meantime, on that review page, you will find the high quality images of this exact pair here, just to give you a better idea as to how it actually does look in person, if you are looking for some more details on this shoe before you purchase. Other than that, if you do have any questions or suggestions for other shoes you would like to see me bring in, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support with a like. Subscribe for more videos, of course. All of my social media information can be found down below in the description. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.